playoff name.
Correct.
Where's...
I do that just because we usually do that on our own because we're mods.
Okay.
Okay, mute booze bash.
Oh gosh, yeah. I will. I did it. There we go. I think it should be good now.
Okay, I think that. Okay, so that sounds fine for now. All right, then you're all set. I'll just be in chat, so keep an eye on it if anything you need anything or just message me on Discord.
All right, sounds good. I guess I'll just take the Camavor icons and snipping tool them, and the
Yeah,
Piltover icon.
if you feel like it, sure.
I mean, it's probably gonna be easier than redoing everything. I'll just try to
Yeah,
do that
yeah.
for Booze Bash.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let me know if you need anything.
All right, sounds good. Thank you. All right. I'm just trying to get all the stuff set up for Camavor and Piltover here. And once I get that, then I should be ready for the draft and everything. I'll just tell the teams I'm ready and stream everything. I'll just set it to the draft window. Is that not working? Hmm. It's on. There we go. Now it's working. Oh, we're still waiting on somebody. Saban. All right. This should be an interesting matchup. We got the horse team versus the regular fellas. I'm going to switch back to the client just so that you'll all know whenever they actually arrive. First, not currently. All right. So what is this winner's bracket game? Let me make sure on the schedule that we have it right. Camavor. Okay, that makes sense. I was wondering how these two teams were matching up against each other whenever they both were towards the bottom in their respective brackets. But to be fair, in my bracket, only the teams that did really well in regular season are at the lower bracket now. That was a wild set of circumstances. Synopsis is saying, is there? It might be because I'm not talking as much as I usually do. I'm usually a yapper, but I'm trying to get everything set up for this. So I'm trying to get that figured out before we go too crazy into here. It'd be nice if I could do some non-copyright sound. Yeah, I just wasn't talking at the time. I'm not yapping too much currently because I'm still trying to get everything set up. All right, Piltover's ready for draft. Oh, whoopsies. I was trying to do a source thing. I'll add it whenever we get into game. It'll be fine. All right, seems like they're ready for draft. Are they? Wait a second. Why is it being weird? Brave. There's that, and then there's this. Oh, it's because I'm stupid. I forgot about that. I forgot about the whole me being stupid thing. Gosh, I always mix that up. Alright. There we go. I was on the Boost Bash channel to talk to you guys. Alright. I'm just a genius, I think. Let me just... Yeah, it's working now. Alright, pretty standard bands coming out from Piltover and Camavor, with him being known for the Fizz, Adelphi being a Soraka main, and some pretty decent champs on both sides. Zyro, first pick. With the Caitlyn counter. That's gonna be an interesting bot lane. Very, very aggressive lanes here so far. I say that and then Ornn gets picked, of course. So are we gonna see top ADC counter pick? We'll have to see. Yep, there's the ADC. He's gonna be top next. It could be top or jungle. It should be top though. You already have counter pick. It's definitely possible for Piltover to pick mid and then ban off to counters here, unless they want to just last pick it. It might be an angle to pick jungle. You can pick jungle and then ban out 2 junglers that are good against your comp. And then you can still save last pick for mid lane. Camavor is likely going to ban 2 supports in that scenario. But if you're Piltover, it's not bad. It's just that Trundle on side lane is going to be really tough to deal with for the Ornn. So I want to see mid have a pretty strong pick in that instance. There's the jungler coming out. Makes sense. I'm not sure if that Zyra gets flexed to the jungle for Camavor's side. So they're banning enchanters and okay, so they're going for the mid champion pool. That makes sense. Hemi's a pretty good melee mage kind of player. And Kassadin could definitely deal with the Trundle late game if the Kassadin is high enough level and progressive enough in his build. I guess you're just trying to get the strong side laners out if you're Camavor. Or something that could threaten onto the MF Zyra. A Kali ban coming out. Alright. I guess he doesn't have counter to a Kali anymore since Cassidy is banned. That's my guess, at least. The Vex ban coming out. Okay. So is it going to be something like a Diana Yasuo Yone from mid then? If it's a Vex ban? There's the Diana. So they're taking Diana here. Then it's a shame that they banned out the Vex. I'm surprised they didn't save it for last pick, but if they think that Camavor plays it, then yeah, it makes sense. I'm not sure on everybody's champion pools here because I haven't played against either team, so I haven't gotten there just yet. Zed coming out, so it's just a pure hands mid lane kind of thing. There's gonna be such aggressive lanes. If you're the Volibear, you're frothing at the mouth looking at all this. But who are they gonna go jungle? I want to see something that could gank quite a lot. Ooh. I mean, it could be Zyra jungle. I guess that's what they're going for. That's why they banned Seraphine on R4 on Piltover's side, because they know it's a Zyra jungle. I mean, that makes sense. The clear speed's fast. You can always get to lanes faster than the enemy. The Bard. I actually like Bard here. Because you stick Caitlyn bot lane, she can farm pretty safely, even against the Zyra since her long range. And Bard is going to be able to roam on these volatile lanes. It's just going to be hard to gank the Ornn, really, unless you have Volibear there also. So Bard is really looking to kind of roam around with the jungle, play for mid, maybe? Alright. Looks like they're about ready. Alright. Never mind. I can't believe these guys. What's going on here? What is the LS quote? It's Battle Mage, Assassin, Paladin, Bruiser, Mage, Tank, Hyper Carry, ADC support, uh, Rogue, Ornn. I don't know. I think you're a little bit late with that, Fudge Cow. Just a little bit late. Dandy was first. Hey, no. No, you can't. You don't understand. I have so many music tabs open. I have like 20 music tabs. And the rest are garbage, actually. I could probably close those out. But I have a lot of op.ggs open. Well, if you're not first, you're last, Fudge Cow, which means that you're last. Hey, no problem. I'm probably going to mess a lot of things up. And I don't have the overlay ready for in-game, so I'm going to try to work on that while we're... once we're in-game, I should say, in the early game. Going to try to get that all set up. I know how to work OBS. I'm learning Streamlabs as I go. Dandy's helping me with that, or helps me with that. I can kind of learn on my own. No? Poll? Oh, shoot. I don't know how to poll. Oh, is there a way to do it on Streamlabs? Alright, cool. Thank you, Vendetta. Alright. I'll do it. But Dandy, please, for the love of God, help me. Is everybody ready now? I can't believe this harassment synopsis. I don't. These guys are strange. Is Vicanus finally here? Yep. Looks like we're about in. So in this draft, since it is Chemtech, I truly do believe that Camavor on blue side is probably at a big advantage because Zyra has faster clear speed. Zed and Diana is a skill matchup, but they have such strong laners. Their side lane potential is crazy, and MF is a lot easier to pull off than a Caitlyn in the back line. Because all you really have to do is stand with the Morg and press R whenever they go in on you. The only thing is the backline access from Piltover is really good, but we'll have to see how they side lane because realistically nobody can handle the Trundle alone. So we'll have to see how they deal with that threat. Because if they're not careful with their macro, Trundle can just 1v9 this. Yeah, well, joke's on you. Whenever I played yesterday, or 2 days ago during the Hextech match, it was horrible. I'd been on a losing streak for 3 days and came into the series feeling bad and playing bad. I was just straight up so insanely tilted. It was unplayable for me mentally. And then me and Sevlin made a bad call to go for a fight mid, and then we gave a double kill to their enemy mid, and that just spiraled me out of control. I think my mentality is what really screwed us over. I just was absolutely in my own head with how much I was losing recently. Well, you're not even using the channel points. What's going on, man?
You're scared. Good to know.
Fudge Cow hypes himself up all that time with the channel points, and yet he's not predicting. That's what I thought. Alright. So, things that can make the game go absolutely crazy. Solo kill mid. Bot lane dying 2v2. And Ornn somehow winning top. Those are the only things I could think of where the game just goes completely crazy. That'd be interesting. Wow, this is the most value bet possible with channel points. Oh boy. But I want to see the front to back play from the side of Camavor here. If you're rooting for Camavor, you want to see the front to back and Trundle playing side. And if you're on the side of Piltover, you want to see backline access, flanks, and solo kills. And the Bard roaming, of course. But the easier comp to carry out is definitely going to be Camavor here into Piltover. So now we're just kind of waiting for the for the game to load in. So, all right. What's that crap you guys play? That Wordle. Oh, that is not what I wanted. All right. Oh god. Whoa. Swame. Oh, Swamewee. All right. Nope. All right. What's that Pokemon one? Guess that Pokemon. All right. What do you guys want? Swamp. It's so hard to choose. All right. Give me a second. I'm gonna pull this out so that you guys don't have to keep seeing the front to back here. Is it this? Or is it Pokemon quiz? Oh, sweet Jesus. Oh, not this. Gen 1. Shut up, Synopsy. I'm doing my best, man. Alright. Can't... Oh, I'm supposed to name all Pokemon? Okay. Moltres. Articuno. Mewtwo. Ho-Oh. What? That's not a part of it? Aw, crap. Bulbasaur. Charmander. Oh, hey, we're about to be in game. I can finally get off this. Alright. On to League we go. I'll probably need to fix a few settings once we get into game. So just keep that in mind. I'm not closing any tabs. They're all vital. That's rough. Alright. Now, what's the thing that they wanted me to do? For casting. Oh boy, an official streaming guide. This is why I keep my tabs open. Because one of them had the streaming guide. And I found it. Alright? Oh god. Best settings. So this is gonna have manual camera? What? Was it pause? Oh yeah, because they paused the game. Disable time controls to prevent spoilers. Alright. Let me just make sure I get all this figured out. Oh, objective timers is nice. Alright. Wait. Okay, that's what it is. How can I hide my cursor? What have I done? I still need to get so much figured out. Why is it just targeted at them? Okay. Twat's going for a little trade top lane. Yeah, this is about how lanes are supposed to go early. Kel's gonna suffer a little bit. I want to see the level 3 Trundle just bully the... Oh my god. And he doesn't get anything off the trade back. That's actually really big for Kel. He could look for a solo kill onto Twat if he plays it right. And Twat had to use the Ignite just to push the Ornn off. That's a little bit rough for him. I'm gonna pull up chat. Don't hit me too much. Control Shift Z. Oh my god! You're right! You're a genius! Thank you, Vendetta. There's a lot of settings I'll have to change. I will definitely get it figured out in the next draft. What do you want from me, man? I don't care about the tickets. I do it for the love of the game, man. All right. Chase is not in a great position, but maybe it's a trade back with Vicanis. Adelphia and Buzosaurus are coming up. Fuel's going over really greedy. Can they punish that? It doesn't seem so. Yep, they're just going back bot lane. As long as Vicanis can get to lane safely, it'll be fine. And Kel takes a really good trade up top. Maybe wait for the W to come back, and then there's a potential for a solo kill. And Twat is just not having a good time. Big trade mid, and Hemi with the red buff is just going to be able to run him down pretty much. Yeah. Yeah, that's a solo kill. Well done on Kel. Twat without TP is going to be pretty homeless for a while. Because on the Trundle, yeah, you want to win lane, but you also want to split push, so you're not going to be in the best position to do either of those things. If you don't have Ignite and you don't have TP, it's going to be really rough. Well, once he's level 6, maybe he can do something else. He'll probably need a bit of lifesteal to deal with the orange trades, but everybody underestimates orange damage early on. It's just too much with the brittle. I guess that's why he took the Ignite, but in that case, just don't trade with him pre-6. That's all you really can do in that type of lane matchup, unless you get a really good trade early on, where you can kind of run him down. He got the wave to go into his turret, though, although Chase's bot side clearing towards bot. Yeah, Twat's going to be suffering for a bit. Vicanis also is going to be suffering for a bit. This is not how you want the lane matchup to go. For either of them, really. Hemi getting that kill early on into Chase, getting that red buff has done so much for the lane. It's really greedy to try to keep the wave there, but it's also really greedy to try to go for that. Holy. Taking all those turret shots is not it, big dog. Hemi's got a big trade-off, but both junglers reveal bot. They got a good trade onto fuel, and they did it. Nobody used any sums here, so it's really just kind of arm wrestling over dragon control, but Hemi is at a much, much better spot. Vicanis just ticked 6, but with both of them having ult and Vicanis being really low, I don't think this is the play for Camavor to be able to contest here. It's just too difficult whenever their mid is so ahead like this. But if Gwen Shapiro dies, then that might be Dragon. Oh. Well, you know, it is what it is. It seems like big trades coming out from Piltover. Are they looking for more? Can they kill Adelphi here? That's the question. They're looking for Buzosaurus. I don't know if they can kill that. They should just go Adelphi. Fair enough. They might have had enough damage, but I'm not entirely certain. Well, it all works out in the end. They got the kill that they were supposed to. And now Kel is just going to be vibing so hard in top lane. Although Chase is topside right now. Could go blue to Gromp to top. If Trundle doesn't push out the wave, but with Tiamat, it's not looking likely. Yeah, the Trundle just kind of pushes by default. It's gonna be hard to play with Tiamat here into a stronger lane. Pretty decent trade, but he had to expend ult for that. That's all he can really do, but the Volibear's pathing towards topside. Possibly a gank coming out. If the Trundle keeps pushing with Tiamat. Vicana's going for a solo kill. Well, solo kill. Nah. Chase is there. I got the red side and blue side mixed up in my brain. That's my bad. But Hemi did waste the ult and the ignite for that. Vicanis will be able to get the wave shoved here since nobody's going to be in position to contest it. Yeah, he's not playing back. He's going to take the wave. Bard might be able to portal in and kill him off here, though. Okay. And there it is. Insane solo kill. That's the real matchup we wanted to see. The Bard versus Zed matchup. Oh boy, I don't think Kel should be this far up. Yeah, he didn't get the brittle proc. He can't keep going. Yeah, that was pretty good for Bard. That's not terrible. It should be a kill. No, they're just going to take the flash and get out. That's completely fair. Completely fair. Tahal is just free farming because that's... It's going to be hard to punish that. Oh, unless he walks into the Morgana Q and the ults. But he gets a kill back because Busasaurus was taking tower. Oh, no. That's rough. Getting a 1-for-1 is insanely huge for Tahala here. He is smiling ear to ear from that. All the lanes are winning on the side of Piltover. And they're getting every single objective thus far. Chase did go for an invade, but I don't think he can be punished. Yeah. Just because he was taking grubs when Shapiro was. All right. We'll have to see if there's any more action that's going to be coming out of mid or top. Definitely more action from top, but I don't know if Twat wants this. Kel can do so much damage here just with the brittle procs, but he probably shouldn't be looking for trades once his W is down. That's his biggest potential damage angle. Twat has ult here. If the wave pushes into him, he can look to chase Kel down, since Kel doesn't have ult. But we'll have to see. Again, TM out on Trundle. Makes the lane kind of hard to control. And my cat jumped on my mouse, so my bad. Alright, Fuel's gone back to bot. They're kind of just equalizing these lanes. Ooh. Not the best knockup from Kel, but Twat took a turret shot, and this is going to be a setup for a gank. Twat has no flash. He was way too aggressive, way too greedy. He did ult, but I think it might be a waste. There's just too much CC. They're likely going to just out-damage him. Yep, there it is. Kel getting the kill. There's nothing wrong with that, especially whenever you want a big, big, chunky frontliner like Kel in the front at the start of these fights. It's going to be hard to just kind of walk through him to get onto the back line. Adelphi might be caught here by Hemi and Fuel. She was just a little bit too aggressive walking up for Vision. Yep, for Vision on Dragon. And Hemi gets the kill. And a solo kill bot lane from Tahala. Ulting Busasaurus for the kill. Insane. And it looks like Piltover's going to be able to start the Dragon up. Their Vision's going to get cleared out. Kel's in a really bad spot. No mana, but he can't get run down because Trundle with no ult. It's just too hard. Oh, the steal? Oh my god. Unlucky. Oh, he got caught out? Nah, Vicanis is not going to go for it. It's too dangerous. Well played from Chase Under Tower. That's going to be an extension to the game, most likely. With most players in Chemtech playing off of Soul Point and Elder Dragon. This is really big for him to get the Hextech Drake here. And any early Drake goes a long way whenever you're getting beaten up in the early game. Gonna help stall because Chemtech games aren't usually the cleanest. Hextech aren't either, but oh, Fuel's looking for a kill onto Boozosaurus. He got the stun off. We'll see if he gets more kills. That's a good one onto Adelphi. Oh, what a lineup for that Q. Oh, that was beautiful. Fuel played that so well. Lining up Tahala for everything there. Can Vicanis get a kill? Oh, he does get a kill in return. But does he get out? The caster should kill him, yeah. I don't think there was a need to flash, but it can never be too safe, right? Oh, Boozosaurus is mad in all chat. Classic. Unfortunate. You just gotta say jungle diff in those circumstances and move on. That's what people do in my ranked games. Boozosaurus is back in lane. Tahala has to be careful. Yeah, they aren't really chasing on for it, so I guess it's fair. Boozosaurus likely going to take the red buff and return to lane. Tahala's going to be off reset. Bard is waiting for the Zed mid, but Himi's going onto the side lane. Is he looking for a kill bot? Oh, okay. They see him. They can't really go for him. It's going to be Himi on the side now. Fuel should be perfectly fine to just walk out, yeah. There's no way that the Zed has enough damage to deal with the Bard, even if he's underleveled. They sent ADC and mid on side. I mean, to prevent the dive, that makes sense until Fuel gets out of base. But nobody's going to be absorbing that mid wave. You know, I don't think I like Tahala answering for the mid lane with Zed there. Oh my god, he ulted onto the trap. That was smart for Bard to kite back to the trap there whenever the ult came out. And as I get finished glazing him. Does he get out? Oh, he does. But the Zyra plant... I didn't even see the plant auto attack coming through. Well played to Adelphi and Chase for getting those kills. Looks like they have complete mid control. I don't know if Tahala can hold that. They might be able to dive. Everybody's getting mad at the Bard for landing everything. Himi, is he going to look for kills? Nope. Just back off after the barrier comes out. That's completely fair. There's 3 of them there. It's a little too hard to look for it. Kel's completely out of mana here. I wonder if he's going to be building something like a Frozen Heart. It's not bad here into MF, Zed, and Trundle. It's not going to do much for Chase and Adelphi, though, but those guys aren't the ones you really need to look out for here. As long as you can really answer the Trundle and the Zed, it should be fine. It looks like they're looking on Chase. Got the flash out, but maybe Twat? No, they're not looking anymore. They got the flash. It's good enough. Kel can actually back in TP here if he so chooses to bot side. But it looks like they're just going to get the Herald. They give up mid control for it, though. And bot lane's completely pushing up. Zed's getting free plates, and they're losing bot waves. It's not the best taking. Well, as long as they get it. Fuel's the one answering bot. I'm not sure about this one. But we'll see. Fuel's not in the best spot, yeah. That's about what should have happened. Kel's getting run down. I don't think he dies. Yeah, he's too tanky. He just walks under turret and he's chilling. But it was just a little too aggressive for Fuel to go bot lane there against the Zed solo. Should have at least stayed under tower, but hindsight's 20/20, really. Tahala's gonna be able to get mid for free here. And they didn't even have to use Rift for it. Yep. Vicanis still didn't have ult, so it was going to be a hard look onto the Caitlyn. She was able to just get that. But it is pretty nice for the Zed to have some gold here from the all the plates bought. Yeah, kill without mana is just... Oh, Hemi's looking for a kill onto here. Got Chase. Can they get anything else? No, the Zyra plants do too much damage. But Gwen Shapiro's still alive. Chase is dead. They can look for Dragon here. There's no smite on the side of Camavor. Yeah, it's going to be too hard to go into pit here. Fuel's still up, but they might be able to just kind of force it down. Yeah, they get the Dragon, but can they look for any kills off the side of the fight? Vicanis is about to get ult up. They use Boozosaurus ult for that. A little ambitious, but I can see the dream. All right. And so they have two really strong side laners on the side of Camavor still. Even though they're down objectives and down gold, they technically are stronger on side. So we'll have to see how they play it, because it's going to be hard to answer Tahala. If they do a 1-3-1, with Tahala just sitting mid pushing turret plates with Fuel and Gwen Shapiro on side, it's going to be so hard to play, because depending on what side of the jungle Fuel is on, it's always going to be potentially a 2v1 on side if you answer either Hemi or Kel. So it's just a little bit rough so far. Gwen Shapiro's top side, is he going to be able to look for a gank onto Twat here? I'm going to not call him that. I'm going to call him Trundle. Sounds kind of mean. Are they scared of the Baron Rush? I mean, it makes sense at 20 minutes whenever they're this strong. Oh, they're posturing onto Hemi. I don't know. They can kill him. Yeah. That's a pretty nice kill on side for them. They can just leave Vicanis down there, and Chase can sprint on over to mid. They can, nah, Vicanis is just backing. It's all good. I was thinking that now they're down a side laner, you can get some push off, but without TP, it's a little bit dangerous. Okay, there's a big trade happening up top, but it looks like it's just ult for ult right now. But Kel wants more. What a little psychopath. Oh, and there's Fuel. Ah, I don't know if you should have given that to Fuel. Just a little too greedy. It's all right. All right. Gwen Shavir is just going to take the mid lane. It looks like Camavor has a much better position in the river up top. They get a huge chunk onto both Kel and Fuel here. Are they going to start it? This might be a desperation Baron play, but Chase is walking up pretty far. I don't know if you should be up that far, buddy. You can just get the scuttle, clear out vision, and you're going to need to answer bot. Hemi's on side, pushing. Yep. Trundle's going down there. Nobody's taking the top lane minions on the side of Camavor. I guess they're just kind of letting that go in favor of getting resets off and looking back for pressure mid. They got a lot of wards onto the Baron. It's going to be hard to threaten on the side of Piltover here, at least for the next minute and a half. And everybody's going back to farming. But it is a little bit different. Vicanis is dealing with Kel. I guess it makes sense. Twat hasn't been doing amazing into it, and you might want somebody mobile to deal with Kel here. He's just kind of running down people. Twat is catching out Gwen Shapiro and Tahala. Tahala uses both sums. Oh my gosh. They collapse onto Trundle, and it's just pretty much a one-shot. They got their entire combo off pretty much. Caitlyn damage and Hemi's ults. Just too much at this point in the game, especially with an 8-1 Caitlyn. It's so rough to deal with. A little bit ambitious from Tahala, but great damage. Gwen is getting way too low, and so is Hemi. Oh, my lord. You can't chase into the Zyra. You just can't. Alright, and because they got those 2 kills, they can actually neutralize now. Maybe play for a little bit of setup onto the dragon. It's up in 8 seconds. Yeah, everybody's getting resets off. Camavor should have enough prio to go for it. We'll have to see, though. Gwen Shapiro is still alive, and Hemi's the only one that died. And they're really slow to going to Dragon. I don't think they can get it in time. They are going to be able to set it up if they actually walk in. I guess it's just a little too dangerous. They didn't get any prio. They were too slow on the resets. So now their advantage is gone for the Dragon fight. They just don't have the time to set up now. It's really dangerous to funnel in versus a Ornn. The Ornn and Diana combo is just not fun to deal with, especially with Caitlyn gonna be able to trap and combo off the CC. It seems that Kel is caught, but is he? He looks like he might be able to just walk out. And what a good ult on with Fuel. That could be a big combo onto their backline. Chase and Boozosaurus walked up way too far. Can they get onto Chase here is the question. No, Vicanis is looking for an ult, but doesn't get anything off it. It seems that they just weren't able to get too much. They just slapped their money bags in their faces, and it's just so hard to play from the side of Camavor. It's just too much damage. And their backline walking up like that was just way too greedy. It was just really, really rough. Kel needs to be very careful here. No, he's dead. Yeah. Well, unfortunate, but at least they get mid turret off it. They might be able to get the entire turret. Yeah, nobody was even coming because Chase didn't reset, didn't walk mid. Boozosaurus is the only one contesting. And Hemi's not going to look for that kill. Just, it's a free back off into possibly Baron angle. We'll have to see what they do. Did Gwen Shapiro start it? Yes, he did. Yeah, that makes sense. It's going to be so hard to walk into contests. Everybody's off reset and too afraid to walk into the jungle right now. Again, it's just hard to be Camavor in this spot. Your Trundle got behind. Your mid got behind. Seems like Fuel's everywhere, hitting all the Qs. Tahala's like 2 or 3 shotting the Trundle. It's so disgusting. It's so hard to play, but they do get an objective back mid. Is that objective bounty? Yep, onto Boozosaurus. That is who you want it on. If there's any chance of winning this game, it's going to be a big team fight. That is a really good look from Chase. Gotta be so careful if you're a squishy on side. Chwat giving that shutdown to Chase of all people is just... Or Tahala giving this shutdown. Good Q from Fuel setting up that kill for Gwen Shapiro. And now they should be able to get a lot on top turret. Maybe they can get the entire turret. Yeah, that's Boozosaurus ult. Vicanis coming in, that... Is he going to look for anything? They're just still hitting the turret. Kel can tank forever. That's Ornn. But Gwen is walking up so far. Vicanis just gets it, yeah. But does he look for more? He's looking on the ult. He does have armor pin. He has Last Whisper. And there it is. Now, Delphi should not be answering on side versus Hemi. And that's a solo kill for Hemi. It seems that the lane assignments are a little bit rough right now for both sides. I see what Piltover is going for with their lane assignments, but you can't have Tahala being the one walking up in those moments. It's got to be Fuel. Okay. Is this another Fuel solo kill? Nope. Zed got lucky this time. But Vicanis has no sums. He's playing on side. He doesn't have ult yet. He's about to. Yeah, he got ult back. Hemi wasn't ready for him to go back to his shadow. So he's just got to be able to get out. Unless he keeps looking. He definitely can keep looking. Chase and Boozosaurus are willing to collapse onto Hemi. Hemi can look for a one-shot onto Boozosaurus. Oh. Well done from Fuel. Keeping that happening just a little bit longer. Extending the fight, but he just wasn't able to get enough. They got the pop onto Hemi. Fuel's dead off it. It's unfortunate. But very fortunate, actually, if you're on the side of Camavor. Those are two really big kills that you want. Boozosaurus is definitely back into the game, and so is Vicanis. Vicanis can actually answer on side versus the Ornn because the Lord Dominic's or guards. Definitely possible to one-shot most people on the side of Piltover. Fuel, Tahala, and likely Gwyn Shapiro you can one-shot if you're Vicanis. It looks like they're running down Kel right now. It might be a... Yeah, this is looking like a free kill. They invested 2 ults into it, but with Axiom Arc on Zed, it's not that big of an investment. He has level 16. Chwat's going to get the split push off top. Hemi's going to be answering him on top. And Chwat with no ults, I'm not sure who can win that fight. Chwat's level 16, but Hemi's level 15. I don't think you can kill a Trundle, even with Dusk and Dawn, as Diana, unless you're Gigafed. Plus the Trundle has resistances. I think it's just... Oh, he's TPing down to Dragon. It looks like they're investing everything for this Dragon over on the side of Camavor. Piltover's not collapsing with Hemi. It looks like they're just going to be choked out. Yeah, if you're on the side of Piltover, you probably just have to give this. It's not worth walking in and dying. Yep. Give the Dragon. Let Hemi get split on side. Might be able to get a few plates off the turret. Gwyn is looking for something. I don't know if this is the best angle. Oh my god, but if you get a one-shot onto Chase, then it's looking like a pretty good angle. He got the turret off top lane. Boozosaurus is the only one that was able to back. Can Hemi get anything off this? He might be able to one-shot Boozosaurus if he plays it well. But he's so low, and now Trundle's coming. He needs to get out before he collapses. I don't think he's going to be able to get out in time. He might have to look for a kill. He has flash up. Is he going to look for it? Yep, there it is. He does die here, but a 1-for-1. Oh, no, he does not. Good flash coming out. And Chwat's flash was like 10 seconds or so from being up. It was very close. It was very close. Hemi played that very well. And with his team nearby, he doesn't have to be super scared. It looks like they're just going to be sieging mid now. Very well played so far on the side of Piltover. It wasn't the cleanest transition to the mid game, but it seems like they got their act together. Gotta be a little bit careful, Kel. He has no tenacity, and it's showing. It's a little bit hard to play into Zyra whenever you don't have as much tenacity or MR. He's starting to stack it, but it's just not enough right now. Haunted Guy's Void Staff, or Leandri's Void Staff, I should say, on Chase is just... He's keeping the game together right now. Really the only way to do it. To let the Zyra peel off the entire team, pretty much. So, if you're on the side of Camavor, you probably want to get a pick on top. And as I say something, well done from Vicanis. He had to invest the flash and the ignite. Kel is most likely dead. Yeah. He extended the ult, or used the ult. It looks like Hemi is getting split up. A good split push off, but I don't know how much that's worth. Playing sides a little bit too much here. whenever your top and your bot is suffering. I think that fuel might just need to stay with Tahala because Tahala is getting picked off with Kel. Kel being such a lumbering hunk of Ornn just makes it hard for him to move anywhere. So many slows and ways to get caught out. Chase has to flash out. Hemi's taking too many Baron shots. Yeah, and that's it. He gets caught out. Chase is low, though. I'm not sure if they can do Baron. It's going to be really hard. Gwen Shapiro's still alive. They're going to have to get off. They're going to have to just reset. Dragon is up in 1:40, so they don't really get anything off it. Want to see them retaking lanes. If you're on the side of Piltover, you kind of just got to play around to Hala here. It's not easy to play against the Zed here because Zed finally has kills, finally has items. It's hard if you're the really fed Caitlyn because you're just a walking sack of gold to the Zed at this point. Definitely got to keep fuel next to him, at least in ult range. Or else it's going to be pretty unplayable for the Caitlyn. Alright, nice. They're keeping the chunky members with the Caitlyn now. Finally able to peel him a little bit. And I want to see Chase playing with the team too, because there's chunky members in front of Tahala. It's going to be easy for Zyra to get a lot of chunk damage off, especially with the Delphi there. Buzosaurus slowing into a Delphi Q is just pretty much a kill. Unless it's onto a tank, then it's a huge chunk, and then they're out of the fight effectively. It looks like they're setting up for Drake, but Camavor is gonna be able to just walk through this choke for free. I'm a little bit surprised. Piltover gave up all of their pressure and just allowed them into river. They swapped sides. Now they're pretty much they're just playing on different sides of the river. They should be getting pushed off by Chase here in theory, but they're playing very scared. Nobody wants to be the one that gets caught out here, is the thing. Everybody doesn't want to be the reason that their team loses the Drake, at the very least. But it's soul points. Gwen's likely going to try to go for a steal here. No, he can't. Yeah, that's too much of a huge combo. But they do get a trade kill back. Hemi got Zed to 1 on side. Tahala got 2 kills here. They didn't get vision onto Vicanis so that Caitlyn can't ult it. Alright, overall, Piltover won the fight. Camavor got the dragon, but I don't know. We'll have to see what they can even get off it. They can go Baron, possibly, but no, Gwen Shapiro's dead. It's just too hard. It's just too rough whenever Gwen Shapiro's the one that died. They would have been able to transition to Baron if not. Well, I guess it's another 5 minutes of farming and people getting caught out. Chase is about to hit full build here. A lot of people about to hit full build. Doll being at 5 items is definitely going to be really good. Both teams kind of want to peel back in fights. You don't want to walk into MF ult and Zyra ult, and you don't want to walk into Caitlyn traps, but neither team is really getting enough setup in the jungle to make full use of it. But it seems like Piltover's going for it. Chase might be getting caught here. Gwen Shapiro gets a lot of damage off. Does he die from it? No, he doesn't. And Fuel survives also. They're looking for more kills. Tahala just does so much damage. She's completely untouched in the back. Can they look for anything else? Kel is getting the split off on side, but that means that Chwat isn't going to be there. Oh, no, Kel. You can't be going and eating like that. It's too aggressive. Tahala's getting a lot off that with the team. Kel should be able to collapse with his team. He needs some help. Oh, they're looking to end there. They definitely can. Chwat's not with the Morgana. They could just walk it down. And there it is. GG. What a game. So that's 1-0 for Piltover. Uh, can you distribute that out, Vendetta? If you're still in the chat. I still don't have everything set up for this. Alright, thank you very much. Alright, what a game. Let me just switch it over to the client. Oh, actually, I guess they just want to go straight into draft. Let me get the draft. I need the link because I have the first link here, but it doesn't show game 2. Alright. Let's see it. Let me switch over to the draft. This is still the draft from last game, but I think it's going to reset. They're switching sides now, so Piltover is going to be on blue side. From the last game, the lane's just pure winning off hands alone. It was just too much. Piltover got too ahead early, and it was pretty unplayable from the Trundle's perspective. I don't feel envious for Chase under tower. Whenever he's playing that well, and his lanes seem to be falling apart. Pretty well played from Fuel, though. Always seemed to be at the right place at the right time. Along with Gwen Shapiro. The solo lanes did well also. They're having a slight mental breakdown in chat, so I'm just going to show that before the draft. They're a little bit angry. Fair enough. Just a little bit. Alright. It seems that Camavor is ready with the draft. Yep, and here it comes. For context, Adelphi said in chat, Soraka ain't even that good. Yeah, same bands before. Pretty standard. I'm a little bit interested to see how Camavor is going to be playing out draft now, because they could definitely go for something spicy. It's definitely, oh my god, a first pick Darius angle? I guess the Trundle's out. That is wild. Could it be Darius jungle? I don't know if they play that. Does Gwen Shapiro play Darius jungle? I have no idea. So, I guess that could be a flex Could be top. Seraphine's coming out. That makes sense. Got banned out. I think it was R4 of last game. Or last draft, I should say. So getting that early just guarantees that they can't ban it out again. And what are they going to be matching it with? Do they think it's Darius top? Or do they think it's Darius jungle is the question. Hackerim. They might think it's jungle, huh? Yeah, it's probably going to be Darius. It makes sense. I don't know about Hackerim this early into draft. Are they going to pick something that pairs well with it? The Cho'Gath. Okay. So that's likely a Cho'Gath top, right? I don't know about picking Cho'Gath this early into draft. Okay. What is going on here? I'm not even gonna guess. I'm good. That being said, it's probably Cho'Gath mid, right? Yeah, Kled is good into all of them, pretty much. I can see it. It's definitely a good play to go Kled here. Alright. So, what do you think? Zac top, Darius jungle? Or Darius top? Zac support? I'm gonna go back to not guessing where everybody's going. I would rather not. Alright, so they're saving... Camavor saving counterpick for mid. That makes sense. You want to deal with a good matchup whenever you're into Hemi. There's the Vex. They banned it out last time, but they didn't ban it out this time. Let's see what comes from it. If you're on the side of Camavor, you gotta ask, do any of our... Does our mid play any artillery mages? Because Xerath is looking kind of clean here. Or something like a... Syndra? Oh, Rise. Okay. That makes sense into all the melees. Actually, yeah, Xerath wouldn't have been good here, huh? They have a lot of dive with the Zac. Wow, that is an insta-slam on Darius. Man. Alright. Seems like they're ready now. Alright. Oh, I guess we could just watch them go through the entirety of the picks. Then we can go back to who's that Pokemon.
What must be done?
Yo, in chat, what are those websites that all these Booze Bash streamers... What? Go to Laldl? Okay, that's exactly what I was about to ask, but I didn't know how to word it because, you know, the whole me being stupid thing. Alright. Laldl. I did Wordle in 3, so I'm chilling. Okay. Let's do classic. Guess today's league champion. Female, human, and something else. Melee. 2009. Not Fiora. It could be like a human-ish. I don't think it's Kiana. She's a human. She's just a regular human. It's not a Kali that's mid lane. I'm trying to think of female champions, but
What did I do?
let's do not Nyla. Is it? Could it be Nyla? Not bottom. Human magically altered. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
I assure you, I am quite.
Could it be Aurelia? Could it actually be Aurelia? Is Aurelia magically altered? Gwynethan? You think it's Gwynethan? Did Gwyn come out before Nyla? Wait, is she human? I guess she's magically altered. Oh my god, she is a magically altered human. That's crazy. She's a doll! What do you mean? Yeah, you're right. It can't be Aurelia. Hate that she's a mid laner now. It's weird. Quote. My bite is worse than my bark. It's gotta be Warwick. Nasus? He doesn't bite anybody. It's Nas? Nah. Ain't no way. It is? What the hell? Why is it Nasus? Yeah, he's a dog. But he ain't biting anybody. The day I see Nasus on all fours just yapping like a chihuahua is the day I believe that quote came from him.
My bite is worse than my bark.
No, that's stupid. It's wrong. Sure. Milio! What is that? Warm hugs? Warm hugs? Wait. Oh, it's which champion? Milio. Yippee! Cozy campfire. That's the E. What? It's W. What's the E? Oh, the little shield. The little shield that he onto people. The W is the one that heals. I'm sorry, I'm not a loser support player, so I wouldn't know. Yeah, could it be me? Let's do emoji. Sheep. Get down, cat. Alright. Ram. Oh. Orn. Orn. Alright. And now for Splash. Oh boy. So these are the skins that go with it, right? It could be Udyr. It could be Volibear. It kind of does look like Udyr. Yup. What in... Naked Udyr? What is this? Pool party Udyr? Primal? Dragonor? I don't know why there are those skins. Primal. Yeah, I guess it makes sense because the little thingy on his head. Boop. Nice. Alright, and now that we're done with that, we go to League. Beautiful. And now... Perfect. I don't know how to add text. I would put down that Piltover is 1-0 and that Piltover's on left side. But I don't know how to do that. So it is what it is, I guess. Yeah, I'm not sure how to do that on Streamlabs. Oh my god, the level 1. I guess I didn't even notice that he switched up Boozosaurus and Schwat. But I guess if Boozosaurus is more comfortable on Kled, then it makes sense. And the TP comes through from Kel. He's actually at a better spot than Boozosaurus in terms of HP then. We'll have to see if Boozosaurus can get back on the bike as Rat says. Kled was a really good pick. That was R3 into 3 melees. Not bad from Boozosaurus getting that Q off there. He's in a much, much better position now. I thought Kel might be able to do something level 1 with the HP lead, but with Grass Cho, you can't really be as aggressive as Halo Blaze Cho. Which, against the melee, makes sense. Show the score. Oh my god, you're right. Why did it revert back? I don't know why it reverted back. There we go. I'm not sure why I reverted back off that. My bad. I hate that it does that every game then. Oh my gosh, is Kel gonna be able to get a solo kill here? Boozosaurus gets his bike back and it's over. First blood top lane. Ew, that was crazy. A little bit messy. Kel just underestimated Boozosaurus being able to get Scarl back up. Big trade for Vicanis. Hemi is a little bit homeless, but Hemi does have TP. It shouldn't be too bad. Hemi's still staying. With Rise having Flash, I don't know if that's the play, big dog. Potential for a dive, but Gwen Shapiro's going to make use on the aggression. Walking mid, and Fuel almost got his passive taken out, but Vicanis should be able to get out. Phase Rush. He was forced to Flash. I'm not sure if he necessarily needed to, but with not having TP and him having a Cannon Wave coming up, I guess it makes sense for him to Flash just so that he's not forced off the wave, -1. And Boozosaurus is getting to push onto top. Darius is pathing top, but Chase is going to be there onto the scuttle. He got the scuttle. Darius is probably going to go back to full clearing. Yep, going back to the Grump. Hemi TPing out. Vicanis is going to be a little bit slower to lane. Maybe Hemi can push in the wave before he gets back. Yeah. Possible tower plating, but taking that turret shot's not too fun. Yeah, it's possible minion block. Absolutely possible. Oh, the Kled stand here. That's a little bit rough for kill. There's a level lead, but definitely not an item lead. Well, barely an XP lead, really. Oh, and there's going to be a gank onto top. They're going to be able to get him, yeah. No flash onto kill. Should be a Q from Boozosaurus, and it's wrapped up. Well done, Chase. Finding the angle to gank there, and Boozosaurus keeping the wave completely frozen. It's hellish to play Jogath in that instance. Adelphi getting chunked out. Fuel's really healthy with Talhalla here. They might be able to just bully them a bit. Though Talhalla takes way too much damage there. So much poke coming out just from Adelphi landing the double E. Chwat's going to be able to safely farm for a while. It looks like Gwyn Shapiro is going to be able to look for the dragon. Does he take it in time? Chase is also down there. I'll have to see. Big trade coming out for Vicanis. Not going to be able to look for a solo kill, but with Hemi having no TP, it might be a plate angle. Gwyn was able to get it uncontested. Chase just going for that full clear angle. Guess it makes sense. He's pathing to top side, trying to get Boozosaurus ahead. And it's working so far. Kell's not in the easiest matchup. Though I'm not sure if I like the early Tiamat. Just like last game, you get a lot of push early, but it's going to be harder for your jungle to gank you now. Especially because Chase is pathing bot to top. If you can't keep the wave pushed into you, then it's just hard for Chase to get anything here. Looks like they're taking a small trade up top. Should be fine for both of them, really. Kel could just heal up off the minions. Vicanis posturing really aggressively. But none of the jungles are really here to do anything off that. Is Adelphi going to be able to stop it? Nah. He gets Talhalla to stop the back. That's so big for them, actually. Now Talhalla isn't able to back, but is so low. It's a little bit rough for him. Alright, Darius is just going back to his topside jungle. Probably a full clear angle. But Chase is looking to possibly invade or look for vision. He might spot out the Darius here. He's just kind of chilling there. Oh, he doesn't have any stacks of Q. He needs to get out. He can't fight that. He can't fight that. Yeah, you definitely can't go for that whenever you have no stacks on Hecarim. You need to be able to get out right there. Just ult out if you need to. Oof, Vicanis having a rough time going back to mid. Hemi does ult in. Does he even have enough damage? Vicanis might be able to just... Ooh. If he misses, it's a little bit rough. There was a potential kill angle for Vicanis there, but none of his stuff hit, and he wasn't able to dodge anything. Chwat has to flash here. Fuel was able to look for a really good Q angle onto him. That's made it a little bit unplayable for him. He doesn't have TP. He's probably going to have to give up a plate or two. But at least his team is getting something off topside. Boozosaurus is still incredibly ahead, even with Chase dying topside. And Vicanis dying in a solo kill mid lane. Yep. That's the plating I was talking about. Losing about 1.5 waves there. Can't feel good as the Ziggs. But at least he's getting solo XP. Is he going to ult the wave? No. Vicanus just looking for a small trade mid. Doesn't really get anything off it. It's fair. Hemi's a little bit too high of HP to really go for much there. Looks like Hemi's getting priority into the Baltag River. Jace is just going to be taking blue, clearing. Not really doing much. Oh, do they have vision onto Chase? Hemi's looking like he wants to invade here. Yeah, they do have vision. They definitely aren't going to be able to take it, but a little bit of harassment. A little bit late on Ezreal, but Fuel's going in. It might be a kill here. Yeah, it's a kill. He had a bad angle on the satchel. Fuel was able to just keep him off it. That was really well played from Fuel, setting everything up there for Freebie. Seems like the bot and mid are going really, really well. Oh. A little bit rough from Chase. Oh, but the ult hits from Adelphi. What an insane R from the Seraphine. Chase was able to force out both sums from Tahala, and Adelphi capitalized on him being aggressive and walking back up for hits. A little bit rough for him, but... Okay, a little bit trade being back mid, but... Oh, that's a lot of damage. Is that a solo kill? Another E? Nice. I don't know if he had to flash for it, but well played from the side of Vicanus. Finally, a solo kill in response to the previous solo kill. But as I was saying before, Tahala now has no sums, and playing without Fuel is extremely dangerous for him because Fuel's been the one setting up all these kills and everything this entire time. So Tahala playing alone is really not good, especially because he's so greedy and he always walks up for the auto attacks after the fight. It's just a little bit difficult to play whenever your superstar carry support isn't there with you. I give him a little bit of flame, but mechanically he's fine. He's just a little bit greedy. You're just going to be able to wrestle out the control ward there, but everything's still warded up for Adelphi and Chua, so not a big deal for them. They are going to be able to have complete and total vision control for Dragon now. Should be a second Dragon. Over to the side of Piltover. And if you're Camavor here, you got to be thinking, how can we make the Kled engage in these fights? Because right now, that's where most of your lead is. On the Kled. With Kled not pretty much doing anything right now, Kel's able to just farm under turret just free. They're looking for a fight here, but I don't know if Piltover necessarily wants this. Oh my god, the ulted to turret by Vicanus is left behind. I guess they did want the fight. Pretty well done. Oh, but there it is. Boostosaurus is here. That's exactly the person you didn't want to see on the side of Piltover. It's not bad. Kel gets plates off it, but Boostosaurus might be able to get the push on mid. X? Wow, you're right. Pretty even mid. Really winning for Tahala bot. There. Oh, that might be a kill. I don't know if Tahala can get out. Still no flash on the side of him. Adelphi flash. I don't know if that was necessary. And Adelphi taking the kill is a little bit rough. Because as you can see down here, Tahala's still 1,000 gold ahead. And not being able to get the kill is a little bit rough. Adelphi's likely going to be able to get their item, though. Her item. This is second game. Piltover won 1-0. So far, Piltover's on the blue side. Camavor's on red. I haven't gotten the stuff set up on the scoreboard, so sorry about that. But so far, not looking too bad for Piltover, but could definitely look better. Boozosaurus is kind of in control if he's ever in the fights. And if he's not in the fights, then it looks really rough. Like this. Fuel's able to look for all these kills. They should be able to get a kill. Yeah, okay. They looked for top, but they weren't able to get anything off it. Kel is just too healthy, too tanky, hard to deal with. And he gets to farm for free, which is exactly what you want on Cho'Gath. And nobody's answering mid. He should get a plates for free. If Tahala isn't able to answer bot much, then they might be able to just get that too. Can't really give all these plates for Ziggs. Boozosaurus looks for a little bit of a cheese top. Kel just used all of the cooldowns that he has. But, yeah, Boozosaurus is scared of the Cho'Gath ult. He didn't have it yet, so both of them back off, expecting more damage than they have. Chwad is definitely getting caught out here. Fuel's looking for more. And Gwen Shapiro has the ult reset. That's a kill. Over to Tahala with the ult. Well played over to him. Chase tried to peel them back, but it's just not enough CC. Plus, if you try to ult in, you'll just die too. So, it's fair. Oh, that's ult. Oh my. Boozosaurus just having the slimmest of margins to get out of there. That's disgusting. You know he went in for a greedy plate, not expecting to get Cho'Gath ulted. Yeah, Delphi does almost have the same gold as Tahala, doesn't she? Yeah. And there's Boozosaurus going in with no Kel ults. This should be a freebie. Oh, Hemi might go for the return kill, though. Yep. Does Chase have enough Q stacks to go after her? I think not. Yeah, doesn't want to test anything. Hemi doesn't have ults, but... Oh, this might be a trade kill. Oh, but with Fuel being here, Vicanis does not want to look. Did you like that little voice crack? It's beautiful. Absolutely fantastic. And now it looks like Vicanis is just trading with Boozosaurus right now. Game has evened up, though. That was a really big topside engagement on the side of Hemi and Gwen Shapiro. Really well done for both of them to be at the right place at the right time there. Hemi, no flash. See if Vicanis can get anything off it with the huge health advantage that he has. Yeah, how could he? Oh my god, they get Gwen Shapiro? Oh my, that is so fast! Does he get out? No, he doesn't. He didn't buffer the Q. And that's exactly what I was worried about. Definitely gets the solo kill top, and they win the fight, but that is rough on the side of Piltover. Although that is a bunch of summoner trades. Gwen Shapiro was just at the wrong place, wrong time, really. Walking up without Fuel being able to go with him. Just a little too rough. Good damage on Tahala, or with Tahala onto Adelphi. So, Boozosaurus just getting mid for free. They're not sending anybody. It seems like they're a little bit slow on side for the side of Cam, or sorry, for the side of Piltover. I don't know if Adelphi wants this trade here, though. Yeah, wasting that flash because of it. Boozosaurus just flying past this Kled. I don't think they can kill Kel. They're definitely going all in versus the Darius. I don't think Darius wants to be in here, though. It's looking a little bit rough. Fuel's here. Piltover might actually be able to get a lot. They just can't deal with Fuel's CC on the side of Camavor here. And that should be the Rift Herald. This really goes to show that Fuel is the difference maker in these fights. Because they need his CC. Oh, that's... Oh! Unlucky! Oh! That's so unfortunate. And they didn't let Cho'Gath get the feast off. Oh man, that flash auto attack onto the minion. It wouldn't have killed, but it would have been close. Very tragic for your Talhalla here. But it's not too bad. His team won the topside engagement. So it's not too terrible. And he did force the flash. As Ezreal, it's better for the enemy to not have flash than you not to have flash. So, it's a worthwhile trade. Okay, Hemi's just getting bullied so hard. Oh, Hemi. And Gwen Shapiro's also getting bullied by Boozosaurus. Can't look for anything more, though. But Gwen is forced to back off a bit. Probably just gonna farm bot side jungle, if I had to guess. But Viganis can't be matched solo. You gotta send somebody else. Or send one of your strongest players in Talhalla. Talhalla has a considerable CS advantage at 2 items already on Ezreal with a fully stacked Maramana. That is a 1,500 gold lead on the side of the Ezreal. Mid laners are surprisingly even. I don't think Vicanis is ahead, but with Hemi being at these fights, getting a lot of kills and assists, I guess it makes sense. And he's trading a lot of his health bar for waves. Top side, of course, Boozosaurus still a 1k ahead. Jungle, surprisingly enough, the Darius is behind with 4 kills. But I guess it makes sense. Full clear jungler, Chase over here, getting all that gold. They're looking onto Hemi. Hemi took the turret in exchange for his life. In terms of gold value, it is worth it, technically. But with the Drake coming up in a minute, that might relinquish a lot of control that they have. We'll have to see how they can set it up here. It looks like nobody's preparing yet on the side of Piltover for this dragon. With the score being 9-11, it's going to be a little bit harder for Piltover to walk in here, since they do have these fed members on the side of Camavor. I just want to see if Camavor sends Boozosaurus down, or if they just have him on side ready to TP. Because it looks like Piltover wants the position to get this dragon. It's going to be hard for them to walk in, though. Division came down first for Camavor. They're getting a lot of control back. Gwen Shapiro's just running in with Yumu's. That might be Twat just caught. Looks like they're going to have to rename him Pod after this. Hemi is going to be able to answer on side versus Boozosaurus. I thought that would be pretty unplayable, but Boozosaurus staying top is not good on the side of Camavor if you wanted the control of the dragon. Boozosaurus being the most fed member means that kind of needs to be at the fights. Twat definitely can't be walking in alone. ADC kind of thing. Gwen Shapiro might have found a Delphi. Is it going to be enough, though? Nope. Chase is there. I don't think Chase has the damage. Boozosaurus is getting out. Does he get his passive back? He does! Does he get out from it? No, he just keeps going in. Ooh. On Camavor, that's really rough, but on Piltover, you're thinking, oh, hell yeah. Fuel's going in. And he hits the Q. That is really big. They get chase. Can they get anything else off it? Everybody's pretty low, but are they going to look for the Baron? Even with the Ziggs up. Ziggs has no ult. Adelphi has no ult. It looks like they're going to be starting it, yeah. It's going to be hard to threaten if you're the Ziggs Seraphine here. And they're not even going to try. They're going to be staying under their turret. It's too dangerous to look. They take it really slow, but they should be able to get it. Does Kill have enough mana for the ult? Yeah, it has enough mana for the ult. And it looks like a TV's coming bot for Boozosaurus. They're going to be able to reset and answer pretty fast. I'm just wondering if Boozosaurus can get a plate before then. Yeah, it's normal at 20, but usually people are just not very good at farming. But it's more or less that he was so ahead of the Ziggs that he had 2 items whenever Ziggs was at like a Ludens and a Fiendish Codex. And that was it. I'm saying that the Ezreal has really expensive items and he already had the Muramana stacked at that time is what I was thinking. That's what I was going for there. Kel should be chilling on side. Hemi might be caught. And the fear going and whiffing. Oh, that's a kill for Boozosaurus. Yeah. Can they get anything topside from it, though? It looks like they can get 2. That is so big. Fuel found that. And oh, but Ryze is able to get out. They weren't able to CC chain it. Nobody held CC for the Ryze ult. Gwen might be looking for more. Even with the phase rush, Gwen Shapiro is so fast with the Nimbus cloak. Is that a kill? It should be a kill. Yep, that's the kill. No objectives are coming up. Can they push for anything here? It looks like they're going to get the top turret, but they're relinquishing bot control fully. Boozosaurus is getting a lot on side here. And Adelphi does go down. Good pick onto Adelphi from Tahala and Fuel. Good little synergy there to both dive. I don't know if Hemi should be answering Boozosaurus on side here. Well, as long as he kills the wave, it's fine. And his team's doing just fine without him. So, it's completely fair. Alright, Boozosaurus does get the back off. Kel is able to just get 2 full turrets here. It's looking pretty good on the side of Piltover. On the side of Camavor, you gotta think, man, how can we get onto a fight that's winning for us? You gotta be able to look and see, hey, how can we make this Kled just completely carry in a fight? And I think that you gotta look for the ult in. I think you gotta just send it. You can't be concerned about peeling back for Ziggs with this comp. You gotta just Kled ult in with the Hecarim and the Rise, and you gotta look for something. Because at this point, this is desperation hour. They've scaled on the side of Piltover. It's gonna be hard to do just about anything. That's wonderful, Merrick. I would... It's alright. Oh, Fuel's looking for a pick here. They're going all in, but Adelphi's dead without even being able to use ult. They got onto Jason. He's just dead. They looked for a fight. They just didn't have the people for. Nobody was in position. Adelphi and Twat got caught. Fight was over from there. It's just dive in from Fuel, just setting up these fights so beautifully, and Gwen Shapiro just runs in. Nobody can really take him off. They're just so squishy on the side of Piltover. That's why you got to be able to start the engagements on the side of Camavor here if you want to be able to find any picks or find any winning fights. You got to kill somebody off early. Although it's really hard to get to the front line. Boozosaurus getting off Scarl. Vicanis is looking for a lot of damage on the side. He's going in for the kill, but he doesn't get it because of the Vex W. He goes down for it. His greed is punished really hard. That's flash down for Hemi, but... Yep, Hemi just comes back with the TP. They're going to be looking for bot push. It's going to be hard to push into the Ziggs without Baron here. So it should be calming down for the side of Camavor. They might be able to take bot turret, but they shouldn't get much else. Super minions are pushing in. This is just the time to farm. Baron's coming up soon, but Elder's going to be up in 5 whole minutes. You got to take this moment to breathe and think about what you need to do in order to win these fights on the side of Camavor. You got to be coming up with a game plan. Any game plan. Fuel hovering mid, though, means it's going to be hard to look for anything there. What can they look for? Piltover's moving too closely together as a team to really be able to be picked off like that. It's too scary to walk into Fuel. Because if you see Fuel, odds are that Tahala's nearby in range to E. And they're just starting up the Baron off spawn. Makes sense, though. They see everybody mid. It looks like they're walking up to Baron. Are they going to ult in with the Kled? Chwad is completely out of it. No, they're just looking for vision. That's fair, but Cho'Gath is going to be getting push off it. They're just going in. Oh. Unfortunate on the side of Boozosaurus. Adelphi hits a really sick ult. Vicanis is looking for a kill on the side. Adelphi is able to get it. This fight isn't looking terrible for the side of Camavor. Boozosaurus getting a kill on the back also. But Kel is still pushing. Kel is still getting turrets. They went 2 for 2 and completely stopped the Baron. That's about as good as it's going to get on the side of Camavor, unless they can look for another pick with Vicanis' damage. But Vicanis not having the, what is it? The item that amplifies damage based on mana. Whenever he doesn't have that item, his damage is just reduced considerably. He is really tanky for these fights, though. It's a big reason as to why he's survived thus far and is able to output the amount of damage that he is running. It's just not bad. They just need so many more items. And with Boozosaurus and Chase going tankier and tankier items, it's going to be on Chwat and Vicanis to do most of the damage in these fights. But there is no magic pin yet. It's a little bit rough. 3 players on the side of Piltover having as much magic resist as possible. It's not looking easy. They're just down so much gold without any magic pin. The only angle, really, in these fights is to get onto Tahala and Hemi. Maybe Gwen Shapiro, if you have enough damage with Chase stacking up that Q. Boozosaurus was able to get into the backline last time. Although he whiffed the ult, he did do so much there. Basically kept the entire team out of the fight for the rest of his team. And got a kill off it. Oh, Chase walking in like this. Needs to get that phase rush out. He still needs to get the phase rush out. Nah, he got it too late. And that's a kill. Well, that should be Baron over on the side of Piltover. But do they get the trade-off? Kel might be able to just kill Boozosaurus here. Yep. Wait, does he? No, he doesn't get to. Yeah, Archangels. Oh my god. That cannon minion was tanking so many shots. That's rough. Well, it looks like a ARAM is about to come out. Which makes sense. You gotta use that Baron against the Ziggs. It's so hard to push against Ziggs if you don't. Are they gonna go for double inhib, or are they just gonna push down with one? They gotta keep Baron's minions. No, they're giving mid minions here, not baroning them up. Yeah, they just give it. They're looking for dragon. That makes sense. Elder coming up. And Chase is going to his top side, so I guess they're just giving it up. Yeah. It is just so hard for them to walk in on the side of Camavor. Is Chase looking for a pick on the mid, or what is he doing? He's going behind, but he's not getting anything done, really. He might actually get picked off here. Does Hemi hit the ult? Oh no, Hemi gave up at the last moment. Ah, that's alright. It's not like they need the kill. They should be using the rest of their Baron to just push down mid. Oh, Fuel looks for something. He isn't able to get much, though. He gets the Seraphine Flash, but... Oh! Big ults, and not able to get the Zonias off. Fuel's looking for more, but whiffs everything. This is as good of a fight as you can get on the side of Camavor. But I'm not sure how much it matters. It's still Elder. Okay. Chase is going to die to the Elder buff onto Ezreal. Vicanis did look for Gwen Shapiro there, but isn't going to get anything. It's just too tanky. Yeah, no magic pin against the force of nature. It's just a little too rough. Just a little bit too rough. And that's a GG quadra kill onto Tahal at the very end, just trying to flex on him a little bit. And that's GG. Well played on the side of Piltover. Very convincing 2-0. They had moments where they looked a little bit weak, but they brought it back, and they didn't look bad doing it. All right. Now, does anybody want to come for an interview? I'm going to try to see if I can get anybody in here for an interview. Well, it is what it is. I don't think anybody wants to come in for an interview, so... Yeah. Well, if nobody's coming in for an interview, I think that I'm gonna wrap it up here. Thank you for watching. Booze Bash 2 is live right now. Let me see what the matchup is. It's Arcane Playoffs, Targon versus Ixal. So, what is that? Upper bracket or lower bracket? Ah, whatever. It's gonna be a banger. Let me just wrap this up.